The Kraxari had made a fatal mistake. They'd chosen Earth. Commander Vexhar stood on the bridge of his hunting vessel, mandibles clicking with anticipation as the blue-green planet filled the viewscreen. For 3 centuries, his species had perfected the art of the hunt across 100 worlds. They would descend upon primitive civilizations, select their prey, and pursue them through carefully crafted hunting grounds. It was sport, entertainment, and tradition all rolled into one. The locals call themselves humans, his lieutenant reported, pulling up the reconnaissance data. Bipedal, relatively fragile, moderate intelligence. They've barely achieved nuclear fission. Vexhar's 4 eyes gleamed. Perfect. Deploy the collection teams. We'll take 50 specimens for the preserve. The abductions went smoothly, too smoothly, Marcus Thompson would later reflect. The former Marine had been camping in Montana when the blue light engulfed him. He'd awakened in a pristine forest that looked almost like Earth, except for the purple sky and the 2 suns overhead. Around him, 49 other humans stirred awake. Men and women from different countries, different backgrounds, but all with one thing in common. They were prey now. The Kraxari announcement echoed through hidden speakers in their alien language, but somehow everyone understood. You have been selected for the honor of the hunt. You have 1 solar rotation to prepare. Those who survive 7 rotations will earn their freedom. Most of the group panicked. Some wept. But Marcus noticed something the aliens hadn't. Among their captives were 3 other military veterans, 2 survivalists, a weapons engineer, and a chemist. Listen up, Marcus called out, his voice cutting through the chaos. They think we're prey. They're wrong. We're humans. We're persistence hunters, tool makers, and the apex predators of our world. Time to remind them why. Dr. Emily Rodriguez, the chemist, immediately began identifying useful plants and minerals. The weapons engineer, James, started fashioning spears and bows from the alien trees, which were surprisingly similar to bamboo but stronger. The survivalists set about creating hidden caches and mapping the preserve. When the first hunt began, the Kraxari expected screaming, running prey. Instead, they found silence. The humans had vanished into the landscape like smoke. Vexhar led the first hunting party personally, his advanced armor and plasma weapons making him feel invincible. The Kraxari were stronger, faster, and had better technology. But they'd evolved as ambush predators, relying on quick, decisive strikes. Humans were different. The first trap was simple, a covered pit lined with sharpened stakes. Vexhar's lieutenant fell in, his screams echoing through the forest. The second trap was more sophisticated. Emily had identified a local plant that, when burned, created a toxic smoke that overwhelmed Kraxari respiratory systems. But the real shock came when the Kraxari realized the humans weren't just defending, they were hunting back. Marcus had organized the survivors into cells, each with specific roles. While one group led the aliens on exhausting chases through difficult terrain, another would circle back to attack their ship. The Kraxari, accustomed to quick hunts, found themselves pursued for hours by humans who simply wouldn't stop coming. How are they still running? A Kraxari hunter gasped, collapsing from exhaustion after a 10-hour chase. He never got an answer. A spear thrown by Maria, an Olympic athlete from Brazil, found its mark. By the 3rd day, the hunters had become the hunted. The humans had learned the Kraxari's patterns, their weaknesses. The aliens needed more rest, more water. Their technology was advanced but fragile. Mud and plant sap could disable their weapons. On the 5th day, Vexhar called for evacuation. Half his hunting party was dead or injured. But the humans had sabotaged their ship during one of the diversionary chases, using improvised explosives made from local materials. The commander's last transmission to the Kraxari homeworld was a warning. Reclassify Earth. Maximum threat level. Do not approach. The humans, they don't stop. They don't tire. They adapt. They overcome. The transmission cut off. When rescue ships arrived weeks later, they found the preserve empty except for a message carved in multiple languages on the landing pad. Humans are not prey. We are hunters. We are warriors. We are survivors. Come for us again, and we will show you why our ancestors conquered a world with nothing but stones and fire. The 50 humans had vanished, along with a Craxery shuttle. Earth received an official apology from the Craxery Empire the next year, along with a treaty classifying humanity as a protected species, protected not for humanity's sake, but for everyone else's.